But from a team's perspective, I think winning the Ashes is massive. But I think I remember back to Africa, Ryan Harris taking that wicket in the last couple of overs. I think that one just stands out for me. That was really tough series, really hard fought series, and that there to me was probably one of the hardest games I've been a part of. And the memory of just Ryan Harris, one knee as well, was really significant. And that's probably one that really stands out for me.
500 innings?
Oh man, you're throwing some hard ones. But I think 100 in a session here is probably, one for me where you don't go out there as an opening batter trying to achieve to get the team off to a start like that. But to go out there and score 100 in a session is massive. And then clearly the 300 in Adelaide was probably my most patient innings. It was a challenge mentally to get back up again the next day to come out and play. I've never really experienced that before, and that many hours at the crease. Oh, look, I think without doubt, Dale Steyn. I think Dale, I'll go back to the whacker when me and Sean Marsh had to go out for an ugly little thing. I think it was about 45 minutes, and Sean Marsh come down to me and he just said, look, you guys, I can't pull him, so I don't know how we're going to go about facing him. And he put me on my backside, and I think that's when he broke. I think he broke his shoulder as well. I think that game. He's just a fierce competitor. Swung the ball back into left-handers, which is similar to like Mitchell Stark swinging the ball back into a right-hander at pace. It's very difficult to face at times, and he was always a fiery customer. Never gave you a smile, never gave you an inch or a sniff on the field. So yeah, he's definitely one.
Dave, congratulations on an incredible Test career. How are you feeling to be here at the end of it?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. It's a great decision I think I made. I got to give back to the family, and also on the back of that, I think I'm definitely retiring from one-day cricket as well. That was something that I had said, through the World Cup, get through that, and if winning it in India, I think that's a massive achievement. So I'll make that decision today as well to retire from those forms, which it does allow me to go and play some other leagues around the world and sort of get the one-day team sort of moving forward a little bit. I know there's a Champions Trophy coming up, and look, if I'm playing decent cricket still in 2 years' time, and I'm around, and they need someone, I'm going to be available.
Just going back to your start, not a lot of people spoke of you in Test cricket when you started. But at what point, personally, after you did take the Test cricket, did you feel like I belong in this level that I am a Test cricketer?
Yeah, look, I think I owe that thanks to Greg Chappell, who showed belief and faith in my talent and ability and the way that I play the game. In Zimbabwe, I got a memory of him at lunchtime. I'm 40-odd not out, and he comes up to me and goes, "This innings would change your life if you score 100." And I went on to get 200, and he told me, "I told you so." And I think I look back at that, and they're memories that always, they're my fondest memories of how I started. I got given the opportunity to open in one-day cricket through Dom Thornley, and then out of nowhere after that Zimbabwe series, I'm opened the batting for New South Wales. So yeah, from there it's been quite surreal though. Wouldn't have ever imagined opening the batting for New South Wales or anyone, to be honest, when I first started. But to be here, 112 tests, I think it is, coming out for the last time, it's still pinching myself.
And can I just ask you one more? Especially the year we are in, David, like there's a lot of elite cricket happening around the world, and there are a lot of young kids like you were all those years ago coming through the ranks. So is your legacy that, like, where, or one of your many legacies, that you created a pathway for those kids who can, even if they're tagged as like T20 cricket, if they can go to play Test cricket for long time?
Yeah, look, it's easy for me to sit here and talk about, playing for your country at Test level through 2020 cricket, and there is a lot of other leagues. Fortunately, in my sort of my development, I didn't have that there, so I didn't have to make those decisions of going off and playing that. So for me, it was always about playing Test cricket for Australia, we're well remunerated as well with your central contracts. And that's the passion that you have growing up to play red ball cricket for Australia. And today, with so many different opportunities and a lot more money at stake for the younger kids and the younger guys coming through, it's a tough decision to make. I'm just fortunate enough I don't have to make that decision now coming through. It'd be wrong of me to say I would still be passionate to keep playing for Australia and have those ambitions, because that's every kid's dream in Australia, I believe. But it would be a very difficult decision to make if you're getting, $100,000 thrown at you before you take a rookie contract.
So you sort of played your own part in terms of how you play the game. How difficult is it going to be for Australia to replace you in both of those formats?
We've got a lot of talent. We've got a lot of depth. We've got a lot of players there that can fit into any three formats right now. There's always change. There's always retirements. There's always failures and people having to come in and come out of the team. We're in a good position, I think, in Australian cricket to have the next generation and the current players that have been not selected to take over. And I think through sort of my career, I've surprised myself to play all three forms as well. It's been very difficult, especially having young children come along as well. And I know there's a lot of guys in our team that have young children, so it's definitely a tough thing that, for another person to come in and play all three forms is going to be very, very difficult. But we've got the right people there, I feel, to take over any three of those spots.